of hearts. When everyone folds, your fort still holds. Your place in your bed, showing no regret. Close your eyes to hide your lies, roll the dice. You got me tiptoeing around you like you're made of glass. Got an invincible fence, letting everyone know not to trespass. But you're bound to break down, bound to lose, bound to get knocked right out of your...
Hello everybody, hope you're well. This video, if you haven't gathered by the intro, is about VTOMAN. This is the VTOMAN Jump 2200. And if you saw one of my recent videos, we did another VTOMAN review for one of their more modern units. And that went really well for VTOMAN. So thanks to June at VTOMAN, she says, would you like to do another review on this one? And as I say, this is the Jump 2200. And I said I would, but the last giveaway, the last video I did a giveaway, and that giveaway was a bit complicated because trying to ship these now is really difficult and really expensive. And I always try to get a giveaway on most of my videos. I ask all the time, and VTOMAN says what we'll do this time is we'll give us the details of the person who wins the giveaway, and we'll send it direct to them. So the way this is going to work, as normal, is that in this video, comments of this video, leave the words "I want one." You need to be a subscriber and you need to be in the UK. We'll randomly scan through in a few weeks' time to pick a winner, and we'll contact you in a future video by posting that actual slide of your comment. And then we'll communicate through my email, which is onemanandhiswhippet@gmail.com, and we'll take your details. It'll be your name, your address and your telephone number, and we'll send that to June at VTOMAN, and she'll send you one of these direct to you through the post. It makes life so much easier and opens it up to people that don't have to come up to North Yorkshire. So let's have a look at this, and why is this such good value? So this is, as I say, is one of the older ones from VTOMAN. They're still selling them, they've still got quite a few available, but the price of these is fantastic. And if there's a comment I get on a regular basis about power packs is, I really want one but I can't afford one, they're too expensive. And what we're finding now is power packs have been around for quite some time, and when companies produce new ones, their older stock they want to sell on to move them on to get the newer ones. So there's nothing at all wrong with this one. So this one, LiFeBMS batteries in, so it's got the modern type of batteries in. So you're not buying a unit that's ancient with some very old-fashioned technology in. This will have 3,000 cycles. So this, like many of the units that you buy new now, the modern ones, LiFeBMS batteries, you can charge this and discharge this about 3,000 times, which equates to about 10 years if you do it every day. But of course, with being a VTOMAN and the name Jump, you can start your vehicle, hence the intro at the beginning of the video. But again, these don't come with the actual unit. You have to go on the website and buy these separately. But they're not over expensive, and they just plug into here. And you can start some significant size vehicles from these units. Now, another comment I get all the time is, you haven't done a long-term test, and how do you know they're any good? Well, this model, I've had for well over a year now. I can't exactly remember how long, but it's definitely over a year. And I'll show you now where I've been using it. I've literally had this one hanging in here for well over a year. And it's my go-to power unit. We get lots of power cuts up here. So this is used on a battery optimizer for the motorbike batteries, and I use it if the batteries do go flat to start it, particularly when I'm working on some of the old motorbikes. And that has been hanging there for all weathers for must be over a year, and I charge it very rarely, and it works brilliantly. It's been a good piece of kit. It was one I was given some time back, and I've used it in here. I use it with a soldering iron on it, or as I say, for charging the batteries or jump starting them. And it just hangs there, and it has hung there for some time. So people say, what about a long-term test? I think that's a good long-term test because it's been in here down to temperatures of about -7, -8 and up to probably over 40 degrees in here, and it survived really well. And it's just handy because when you get a power cut, I tend to come out and do some work on my bike, so I need an alternative power supply, or if I know I'm going out on the bike the next day, I'll plug that in rather than plug it into the mains. So it's just nice and easy and saves you having to run cables. But literally it's just been hanging off that strap. So let's have a closer look at it. So starting in this corner, 2 small barrel connectors. These are generally used for LED lights. Your standard cigarette socket, 12 volt at 10 amp. And these are your inputs for your solar and for your charging. Up here you've got 2 USB-Cs, and down there you have some more USBs. 3 main sockets, and then here that's where your jump leads fit in, and make sure you get the right jump leads for it, because I don't know if you can see it on here, but there's a little pin in there and they do 2 different types, so make sure you get the right one. And it's expandable as well, and again you can see this female side of one has got a little pinhole in here, but if you buy the backup battery of this, which are also on offer, it comes with the lead. Now people will say, you don't like them with a handle on the top, Dave, it takes up too much room. Well, this is quite a good design because all the features are on the front. There's a fan on either side, but it takes up a bit of space for this fitting in a cupboard. There's 2 Allen screws holding that on. You can see that. You can actually take that off if you want to fit it into a cupboard. You need to have access to this because it doesn't come with an app. It does come with a light on the back. And the good thing about this, it's a recessed switch. There has been some units that come out that this switch is proud. So if you was to put it in a cupboard, you can switch the light on and you wouldn't really know apart from the display. But this one's reset. Simple display, how much is in there, how long it will last, and when it's charging it tells you how much power is going in. You can charge it from solar, and you can charge it from mains, and you can charge it from a car socket. So in the box, with it being an older version, you don't just get a mains lead, you get a power brick, and it is quite a big brick. But that's one of the compromises of having such great value for this unit. You get a cigarette charging lead. It will take a long time to charge that, but you can put some in as you're driving along. You get a USB-C to USB standard and 2-ended USB-C cable. A little instruction book and some information about your warranty. And they come in a little case to keep all your cables together, which I do like, because once you've got a number of different bits of kit, you're thinking which lead goes with which. You should never keep it in a box. But let's see how good it is. It's coming up to lunchtime. Let's see if it runs electric kettle, and I've brought a sandwich to toast as well. So there's our sandwich toaster come grill and our electric kettle, and it should, with this being 2200 watts, it should power those no problem whatsoever. Oh, forgot to switch the kettle on. There we go. Not completely full, it's at 88% capacity, and it'll say it'll run this for 0.8 hours, and it's currently using 1366 watts, but the kettle will boil in a minute or so, and the sandwich toaster, once it's up to speed, doesn't take long. So sandwich is in, cheese and onion toasty, get that going, squash it down, kettle's nearly boiled. While this is cooking, let's just pop back to the cottage and check this unit on our off-grid setup. So if you've seen my videos before, we always test it on our off-grid link, and this system here, the mains comes in, goes through the mains fuse, through the meter, and then comes down here to this transfer switch, and this transfer switch enables us to switch from the main outside power to a generator or a power supply. And then that goes back up to the main fuse box, modern fuse box in there. And that's always a good test to see how good these inverters are. So we'll switch this over to the generator, which is on this now, and we'll switch this on. Just power it up. So that's running now. And in here we've got a light on, the TV, the internet. I think that's about it at the moment. But the test for this is how good the inverter is. So the inverter in this, if it's a poor inverter, the fuses will be switched off, and they haven't, they've stayed on, which is always a good test. Back over to mains power. Kettle's just finishing boiling, and the toasted sandwich is nearly done as well. I brought a sandwich with me this time, but sometimes I'll go to a garage or a shop and buy a cheese sandwich and toast it in the toaster. Does anybody else do that? So kettle's boiled, sandwich is done. Used 8%. Now to recharge this, because it's got the solar inputs on it, you can obviously plug a solar panel in, and they do kits where you can buy this by itself with a solar panel with an extension battery, and all those are on special offer at the moment. But you can also link this to a Charger One system. So if you've seen my previous videos, the Charger One system is just a game changer. So with the Charger One system being able to use on almost any power pack, it will work on this one as well. So you could charge this up really quickly from your alternator using a Charger One system. So there's a lot to be said for this unit. Pure sine wave inverter. So it's safe to use with electrical devices like my laptop. The laptop's only using 60, 70 watts, 65 watts. And it'll say now it'll run it for 21, 22 hours. I remember people keep asking me what these are. And they're fishing rods. I must have seen them in a number of videos. They're 6-foot fly fishing rods, and they're all set up in with flies on and everything, ready for me just to grab them and take them out. There's 3 of them up there, and it's just part of the setup for this van. This van is completely set up to have everything I need wherever I am, and off I go. So VTOMAN have put all the specifications on the side of the box, which makes life really easy for me. It is expandable. You can expand this to 3096 watt hours with an additional battery. As I say, it's a LiFeBMS Pro battery, pure sound wave inverter to 4400 watts. That's with the expansion battery. Here's some of the other specs on there. You can freeze frame this and have a look through it. It's not over heavy as this one, so it's 17.5 kilograms, which is 38.5 pounds. As you'll have seen, I'd have put a lot of these specs in the video at the beginning on the intro. But if you want to freeze frame and have a look at any of those specs on there, there it is. So there you have the VTOMAN 2200 Jump. Really versatile piece of kit. Decent size quality battery in it. You can start your vehicle from it, and you can start some big vehicles from it. It's expandable. The things you don't get with this, it's got no app, so you have to be accessible to the front to use the functions. It does have a charging brick. The fans are not as quiet as they could be, but for this kind of price and the quality of this is a really good unit. And particularly if you was to link this with a Charger One to an alternator system, if you can use it in your car or your van, it'd be perfect for that. Perfectly okay running cooking appliances, as long as you get the low wattage appliances. Great as a backup in the house, great in the garage. You can link, as you've seen in the video, you can literally hang this from a strap in your garage for a year, and it's really useful. So thanks again to VTOMAN, and as we say, we've got one of these to give away. So to win one of these, you need to leave the words in this comments of this video, I want one. You need to be a subscriber, you need to be in the UK, and in a future video in a few weeks time we'll put a sliding to announce the winner of the comment of that person who's won it. We'll communicate through my emails, we'll send your information off to VTOMAN, and they'll send you one of these brand new in a box directly to you. One thing I will say about these is that they are fantastic value, and they're fantastic value for all the packages, the backup batteries, the solars and everything else. And when this video goes live, and there's probably going to be some more YouTube videos go live, they're not going to be around long. So if you want to get yourself great value power pack, get out there quick and get yourself one. because the price of this compared to equivalent other units that might just have one mains lead, not a power pack, and the fans might be a bit quieter and it might have an app, are significantly more. And I also, a lot of friends of mine have these, or similar ones of these, for mountain biking, for e-biking, so they charge their e-bikes with these when they go away as well. So it'd be good for camping or e-bikes as well, or even on a boat as a separate power supply. Good all-round piece of kit. So that just leaves me to say thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
You're playing your cards with your queen of hearts. When everyone folds, your fork still holds. You're placing your bet, showing no regret.